everyone, welcome back. This is Shama Pandey, and today we will talk about Article 17 of the Indian Constitution. The Article 17 of the Constitution of India talks about abolition of untouchability. Now, I don't think so that you people are unaware of this term untouchability, and in Hindi we call this छुआछूत, है ना? तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग को पता नहीं है क्या है ये छुआछूत. हम सब ने देखा है, हम सब ने विटनेस किया है, हम सबको स्टोरीज सुनाई गई हैं और कहीं ना कहीं फेस किया है. द थिंग इज वी ऑल आर अवेयर ऑफ सच काइंड ऑफ प्रैक्टिसेस. The good thing is such practices are not that frequent at present, but unfortunately they were like too much in our past. So India had this problem of untouchability in its history, and now thanks to the Constitution of India, that Constitution treats all the people irrespective of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, sex and anything equally. So thanks to the Constitution of India, and to address this problem of untouchability, Constitution of India has specifically inserted one article, that is Article 17 of the Indian Constitution. Now see the importance of this Article 17 and also see the intention of the Constituent Assembly members. Constituent Assembly members already knew that this problem of untouchability in India is very severe and need to be addressed. And it has to be addressed in such a way that people will take it seriously. है ना? तो क्या किया? Constituent Assembly member ने abolition of untouchability को as a fundamental right डाल दिया in part 3 of the Indian Constitution. And we know that we have 6 fundamental rights: right to equality, right to freedom of religion, right against exploitation, cultural and educational right, and constitutional remedies. Now, the Constitutional Assembly members, they deliberately put this abolition of untouchability in under right to equality, that is article 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. These 4 articles promotes right to equality and promises Indian citizen that you will have equal opportunity, equal right and in a way equality. तो फाइनली हमारे पास आर्टिकल 17 है जो कि उस प्रॉब्लम को एड्रेस करता है और उस प्रॉब्लम को एक्चुअली इन अ वे ट्राई टू इरेडिकेट जो प्रॉब्लम इंडिया ने बहुत 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 सालों से फेस की है, दैट इज अनटचेबिलिटी. नाउ जस्ट लिसन व्हाट इज द wordings of Article 17. So Article 17 says that untouchability, and you have to keep in mind that untouchability is in this quotation in this article. So untouchability is abolished in practice. 1 minute. Now let's see what is there in Article 17 of the Indian Constitution. The marginal note of Article 17 is abolition of untouchability, and it says that untouchability is abolished and its practices in any form is forbidden. First part of Article 17. And then the article says the enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be offence punishable with accordance to the law. So Article 17 is divided into 2 parts. The first part forbids the practice of untouchability and says that it has been abolished. ठीक है? Second part is saying that it has to be punished also. It is a punishable offence according to the law. So this is Article 17 for us, which is there in the Constitution of India. Now you have to note this, that you cannot make the literal interpretation of the word untouchability used in Article 17. Because if you make the literal interpretation of the word, what it will mean? It will mean that, see, in some cases, we practice untouchability of different kind. For example, you have some kind of contagious disease. For example, we all have faced COVID-19 time. That time, we were practicing untouchability, as in those who are having this disease, they were in this isolation, so we were not touching them, we were not touching their clothes, their utensils and other things. but that is some kind of untouchability which arises out of some medical condition, some emergency condition. ठीक है, वो untouchability different है. Then we also practice some kind of untouchability things. For example, in India and also in Hindus, we have some tradition that during the birth of a child and also at the time of death, for some days, people don't touch those family members in which family the death or birth has happened. Okay? So these are certain kinds of practices which are there in Hindus and in other religion, but this is not that kind of untouchability that this constitution is talking about. This constitution is talking about that kind of untouchability which has been there since for centuries in India. The practices, the evil practices of untouchability on the basis of caste, on the basis of color. Not that color thing was not that much prevalent in India. ठीक है, caste हम लोग ज़्यादा करते थे. So this is that kind of untouchability. If I am not touching you, if I am not touching your belongings, if I am if I am maintaining some kind of distance to you because you have some contagious disease, this is not the untouchability the constitution is talking about, है ना? So we don't have to make literal interpretation of this word, but this word has a very much context in it. So this subject matter of this article, that is untouchability, is not untouchability in the literal or grammatical sense, but the practice as it has developed historically in India, okay, in the country. One thing more, so I am, I am taking reference of some reputed books for this lecture series. For example, this topic I am teaching from V.N. Shukla, okay. So whatever V.N. Shukla has written in this for this article, I am teaching you that only. So he is writing in his book that this untouchability is not the literal or grammatical sense. It's not in literal or grammatical sense. Rather, it is that practice that has been continued for centuries in our country. ठीक है? It refers to those who are regarded as untouchables. If you are a bit aware of the Indian history, you must know this कि हम लोग कुछ लोगों को ये बोलते थे कि ये अछूत लोग हैं. अब कैसे अछूत हुए ये हमको नहीं पता, ठीक है, बट बोला जाता था, नो बेसिस, नो गुड रीजनिंग, बट हम बोलते थे ये अछूत लोग हैं. क्यों है नहीं पता. तो दिस अनटचेबिलिटी इज इन रेफरेंस टू दोज पीपल, that is the word it is reasonable to suppose refers to those who are regarded as untouchables in the course of historical development, है ना? Also there is one more thing. When we were studying article 15, then you must have observed that article 15 clause 2 and article 15 clause 1 as well, they already have covered some instances of untouchability when those articles were saying that no citizen shall be prohibited to use places of public entertainment, that is public shop, tanks, well, or ghats like this, only on the basis of race, caste, religion, sex, place of birth. So to some extent article 15 has already covered such kind of untouchability, ठीक है? But still constitutional assembly members thought that it is important to insert one more article which specifically talks about untouchability only. So article 15 has already taken care of much of the part of untouchability, and what is there in article 17 is it is like a blanket provision, a general provision for all kind of untouchability. Now article 17 also says that untouchability is a punishable offense. Now how come it is a punishable offense? Because it is the duty of the parliament to make such laws in order to enforce fundamental right, ठीक है? And if those laws are violated, obviously you will be punished. So under article 35 of the Indian Constitution, Parliament has the right to make any law on Article 17. Okay, so if Article 17 is saying that it is a punishable offense, it is the duty of the Parliament of India under Article 35 of the Constitution of India to make such kind of acts, legislation or statute to enforce this article. Okay, and there is one case, that is State versus Gulab Singh. You know what happened in this case? In this case, UP Removal of Social Disabilities Act 1947 was challenged on the ground that under Article 35 of the Indian Constitution, only Parliament has the right to make any law for Article 17. So how come state of UP can make any law on the matter which is the matter of central government, Parliament? ठीक है, ये वाला अपन this thing was challenged. Now the Supreme Court said that this act is not unconstitutional or invalid because this is the act which was passed before Constitution. That is, the year is 1947 and Constitution was enforced in the year 1950. So court said, yes, definitely, it is the duty of only Parliament to legislate on this subject matter. But we cannot invalidate this act of 1947 because it's a pre-constitutional law. But if any government is making any such law under Article 35, है ना, then obviously it is invalid because such state government has no such power. Now, so with the help of Article 35, Parliament has enacted many laws. For example, we had this law of untouchability in bracket offences, Act of 1955, which was renamed and was titled as Protection of Civil Right Act 1955. Then we have other acts also like Prohibition of Employment as Manual Scavengers and their Rehabilitation Act 2013. Then we also have one act on Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act 1993. So we have such kind of laws enacted by the Parliament of India to punish any kind of untouchability in India. ठीक है, so this was all about Article 17 and yes, this much it is, nothing more to discuss. Our next lecture will be on Article 18 of the Constitution of India. See you there.